Ooh, will you look at that? That is perfect. So you can see the front of Jarvis there, winding his way through the reeds, which he does beautifully. He can cut through anything, absolutely anything. Right, so this is where I normally go. Now, you can't really see because you're not looking down, but if you could see, you would see how clear the water is. And at the moment, it's basically a bit of a forest. Let me see if I can show you without falling out of the boat. This would be fun. Let me see, anything there? Oh, you can... No, I'm seeing mainly clouds. It's difficult because you're getting the reflection of the water, but anyway. Let's get that. Oh, oh, lovely. Right. Now, if you don't mind, I'm not going to talk for a bit. I'm going to listen to the birds, and you can too. And we are going to go for a little trip into my favourite nook or cranny. Sounds like someone's boat's coming in fairly fast. Before I go into my favourite nook or cranny, I'm going to quickly turn around and show you, because the sun is starting to set over there and it's looking lovely. Anyway, I'll be back shortly. Bird you can see just, yeah, there we go, just flying off there. There's quite a lot of those, all nesting in the reeds. That's the red-winged blackbird. Say what you see. Oh, 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 did you see that? There was a heron in the reeds ahead of us and it just took off. They always see us. They always see me. Ooh, this is a bit overgrown since I last came in. Been talking, I might have got a little closer, but he's flying over. There he goes. That is a traditional great blue heron. God, so many weeds. Rather than the white one, but if we do see the white one, I'll point him out. Oh, tricky getting through here today. Worth it. Ooh, what else have we got up there? What is that bird up there? I'm just going to be quiet because I want to try and get closer to it if I can. It's right over in front. That one there. Might have been maybe a bittern. It was certainly doing that little looking up thing, but that, anyway, I'm still learning with the birds. So this is where I normally come to, well, you know, relax, look at the reeds, be by myself. Sometimes I might have a little smoke. But this is where I like to sit because it's lovely. And actually just over here on the right was where the swan was nesting at one point. Not that I wanted to get too close to the swan, of course, but so reedy. Still hear someone's boat going hell for leather out there or something. Managed to get some gunk on my face there, coming through those reeds. Come on, let go of me. There we go. We also need to look out for turtles. I often see turtles either sitting with their head above water and which suddenly goes bloop as I come past, or sometimes you see the big snapping turtles out swimming across the lake. Saw a huge one the other day. I decided it was Mauler. So that's one of my favourite little diversions. And otherwise, I sometimes go off to the right here. I don't want to go too far. I don't know. Nah, we've got time. As I said, I don't want to go too far from the spectacular sunset views, but we can go over here for a little bit. I don't know if I ever even finished the story that I was telling earlier on in my previous video about Chris having given me this thing. I'm sure he did. I'm sure I did. But I have a terrible memory. And quite often I think I've said something when I haven't, or vice versa. But anyway, so it was for my birthday. He gave me this lovely holder so I could do videos while I was out kayaking because... what have we got? A turn overhead there. Because I think he was curious about what I did out here. So this is really just me showing Chris what I do when I come out paddling at around sunset. Oh, it's so clear, this lake. Oh, sorry, I need to hit you. Oh, you wouldn't believe how warm it is. It's like a bath. That is absolutely beautiful. It's about 37 degrees, and I know that because it's about body temperature. And I've spent a lot of time feeling water that is around body temperature in my previous career as a midwife. Because in water births, generally you want the water to be somewhere around body temperature when the baby's being born. Okay, I'm just going to turn a little bit around here just to show you that over here is where our park is for the Residents Association, which actually will be just over there. We will be there tomorrow morning for a barbecue. It's our annual Residents Association barbecue and clean-up session. And we also have a crew coming up to they're taking out some more Phragmites, which is an invasive species of water plant that they're trying to get rid of, because nothing, like fish don't spawn in it. Nothing, because it's an invasive species, there's nothing native that spawns in it. So the more shoreline it takes up, the less reeds and bulrushes and what, you know, the other types of water plants we have here that the fish do spawn in. There's less of that. So it's a noble pursuit. But that is what we are doing tomorrow morning. Is we're going to help them a bit, and then have a barbecue and just do some raking and some dismantling of old picnic tables that are no longer safe to sit at. You know, the usual stuff that you do at a neighbourhood barbecue. I don't know. I have no idea actually. This is nice, isn't it? I do tend to just sit here and stare at it for quite a while. I mean, not at it, obviously. Can't stare at the sun. Dangerous advice, Mia. Don't say you do that. But I do tend to sit here and watch the sunset. Ooh, that gull's got something in his mouth. I cannot get over how warm the lake is. It's just gorgeous. So this area in front of us here is called Caswell's Road. And the houses all along there obviously are on the shoreline, and we like going for a shoreline cruise and going to look at the houses. But I always feel a bit sorry for them because, well, I hope they're morning people, because they don't get the sunset, they only get the sunrise. And if I got a sunrise, I wouldn't see it very often. But sunsets, on the other hand, very fond of. So the fact that my balcony off my bedroom sits and overlooks this sunset at the mouth of the river, depending on the time of year, of course. Ooh, we have a heron flying overhead. Is it a heron? No, it's not. It's... Yes? Oh gosh. It looks so big. Yes, it's totally a heron. Okay, hang on. I'd love to show you, but see where it's going to go. Probably see it when it comes down into shore in a moment. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about my finger. Oh, there he is. Yeah, you see him? Do you see him up the top there? Yeah. Totally was a heron. Isaac says he likes the fact that I get really excited about seeing birds, even though I see them most days, the same birds. But I do get really excited about it. And I love seeing herons. They're just amazing. They're so huge. They look prehistoric. I love them. And I like when they just stalk up and down the river. Oh, mosquitoes. Stalk up and down the river looking for frogs and minnows and stuff. And there is a green, well, there's probably more than one. There are some green herons that live on our river as well, and I have had the privilege of sitting and watching them go fishing, or possibly twice, I don't know. Ooh, those bloody mosquitoes. going to go in a little bit closer to the reeds over here, but don't worry, I'll turn around before the sun sets so you can see it in all its glory. Oh, do you know what? I think I see behind these reeds the top of a boat, a pontoon boat. Probably the pontoon boat owned and driven by my neighbours Jeannie and Perry, who gave me this very kayak. So, I'm going to head over so I can say hi. Might not be them, might be someone else. No, is it them? They said they were coming out. Otherwise, it might be different neighbours because, you know, who doesn't have a pontoon boat? Oh, I don't. But I've got a kayak. Boat coming in. I'm pretty sure that's Jeannie and Perry. My eyesight isn't great either. My memory's shot, my eyesight's rubbish. Who's this coming in? Oh, thingy. That guy. I don't know, he lives on the other side of the river. I'm not sure of his name. I think his name's Todd. That is definitely Jeannie and Perry, so let's go say hi and also try not to...
Want a race?
I feel like I have a bit of an unfair advantage. I mean, have you seen me?
I hope I don't swamp you with my waves here.
Not like Jody, that time he nearly tipped me, but anyway.
I cut the waves off for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm still recording, by the way, so I'm giving Chris a little tour of what I do when I come out of my kayak. And thank you for my kayak.
You're welcome.
Look at it, when it goes quickly, eh? Right. Oh, if you hear traffic noise, that is because we have Highway 12, which is quite a big highway that, I mean, not big highway, it's a single track, like it's not even a dual carriageway. But that kind of runs along behind us and Caswell's and so on. So it does tend to get a bit noisy at this time when everyone's racing home. Because everyone here has very loud trucks and things. And it's gone. Well, wasn't that nice? So I hope I've given you a little bit of an idea about what I do when I come out here onto the lake on my kayak, watch the sunset. It's pretty much the same thing every time. But I'm going to leave you be here because that was already 21 minutes. Good Lord! You must be asleep by now. All right. Cheers, guys. If you made it to the end, well done you.